So it's the second home council tax explained. So if you're a homeowner and you are looking to get into portfolios and having multiple properties, you'll be familiar with the stamp duty on a second home. So when you're moving homes and you're disposing of the first home and you're only going to have one residential home, it's a different kind of stamp duty. So what's happening is there are some reforms for second home count. Well, this isn't the stamp duty, excuse me. This isn't the stamp duties. This is around the second home council tax. So if you own a second home, is your council tax going to double in 2025? We take a look at changes to the second home council tax rules and whether you can avoid paying them. So there are some things going on, and I'm just going to read through this because this will be relevant in the next couple of months, couple of years. If you are considering becoming a portfolio landlord or just a landlord in general, if you're looking at purchasing a second home, because property is one of those things that throughout time, it has proven to be a good investment. With that said, as I always say, we do not give legal or financial advice on this show. We do discuss things, but we advise you to always make sure that you speak to a qualified professional and do your due diligence. So the second home council tax changes in England. Second home owners in England could face paying twice the amount of second home council tax from April 2025 under a new law. Under the Levelling Up and Regeneration Act of 2023, councils were given the discretion to charge an additional council tax of up to 100% on furnished homes not used as sole or main residence. This means that second homeowners, so that's if you have a second home, have to pay thousands of pounds more each year on the second home for the council tax. So this could be a deciding factor on whether or not you decide to be a second home owner, because then there are additional taxes that you will have to pay. Each council will need to vote on whether to change additional whether to charge additional council tax on second homes, and the council then needs to give a year's notice before implementing the increase. Councils that have already voted in favor of the move include Bath and North East Somerset Council, East Devon, and some others. Not all councils have voted on this yet, so check your council's website for information. Make sure that you stay informed about things that are happening, not only with your property, but happening with elections, because who you vote for, as Barack Obama said, elections have consequences. So in April 2023, the maximum level at which authorities in Wales could set council tax premiums on second homes and long-term empty properties increased by 300%. So that's for Wales. So what is classed as a second home for council reasons? When it comes to a second home, council tax rules, second homes are defined as furnished properties where no one lives or the owner has main home elsewhere. So if you have a second home, this is going to apply to you potentially. Most councils do not give a council tax discount for second homes, but there are a few instances we have found where you may get a discount on council tax for a second home. For example, a number of councils will give a 50% discount on a second home council tax if the council taxpayer must live elsewhere in job-related accommodations because of the terms of their employment. So, for example, a caretaker or a minister of religion, so like a pastor or someone that has to live in that second home or live somewhere else for their job. So do check what your council rules are for the second home discount. What do people think about the second home council tax? While an increase to second home council tax is unlikely to go down well with the majority of second home owners, 59% of the people surveyed supported doubling the rate of the second home council tax. That's actually quite surprising that many people would support that. What do we have? A YouGov poll in February 2023 revealed with tens of thousands of empty properties across the country creating ghost towns for much of the year, the locals being priced out of their hometowns, you can see why local government want to increase the tax burden on generally wealthier second home owners. I'm not sure if I agree with that because not everyone that has a second home, not everyone who has a second home, I should say, is wealthy. So some people have used buying an additional property, they've used that as their pension. And that's probably a good move for some people. So I'm not sure if I agree with that. Council tax rules, if a property is empty, your council tax can charge you an empty homes premium if your home is empty and unfurnished for 12 months or more. You pay this on top of your council tax. The premium can cost up to 100% of the council tax if your home is empty over 2 years. However, under the Leveling Up and Regeneration Act of 2023, this can be cut to 12 months. Ooh, I'm not sure how people will feel about that. 200% of your council tax if your home is empty for over 5 years. 300% of your council tax if your home is empty for over 10 years. And council, however, if your property is already exempt from council tax, you won't be charged the empty homes premium, and you won't have to pay this premium if the empty property is an annex or you're in the armed forces, supporting all the people in the armed forces and need to move into armed forces accommodations as part of your work. So the rules in Scotland are different, but we don't live in Scotland, so we don't have to worry about that. So yeah, I'd be interested to hear what homeowners and second homeowners feel about those changes. But they did do a poll, and according to the poll, I'm not sure if I believe polls. I'm not sure if because I don't know very many people that actually respond to the polls. So the type of people or the people that do respond to the polls, I don't know. I think there's a specific demographic of people that respond to polls and things like that. But who knows? As I always say, I could be wrong. I could be wrong. But so in this segment, as I said, we talk about property, we talk about home ownership. Over the next couple of weeks and next couple of months, what I will be doing is I will be having solicitors on the show. I will have more other mortgage brokers, property developers, people that will be able to answer your questions and give you guidance based on practical and real world experience. You'll be able to call in and ask questions, which means we'll be able to answer your questions. And more likely than not, if it's a question you have, it's a question that other people have also had at some point. So we would appreciate the call-ins. As I said, you can always reach us on spiceradio1.com. You can text or call on 07-939-603-686. We have the WhatsApp. It's 07-377-962279. So send us your questions. We'd love to answer your questions. Now, I may not know the answer, but potentially we'll have someone on the show who can give you an answer to that question. If you ask a question that I don't know the answer to, I will always be honest with you and say I don't know. But by the next show, I will be able to get you an answer. We want to build a relationship here where you know that it's a safe place, not only to ask questions, but to get guidance that you can then take to a professional that can speak to you one-on-one and understand your circumstances and what you're going through. So we're going to play a segment after this short break where we'll be listening to what a property solicitor was talking about, some red flags in purchasing a home with interest rates where they are. Some people are looking to buy, some people are looking to sell. If you're looking to purchase, I think you'll find this segment quite useful and quite helpful. And remember, you can call in and we'd love to answer your questions.
This is Startups and Side Hustlers. My name is Anthony Lindsay, and I'm an FCA registered mortgage broker. And I'm here to make buying a property less